Everybody, welcome back to the channel and episode number 2 of the Butthurt Report. There were reports that I stole this off of another YouTube channel. I did not. I used to do the Butthurt Report years ago, and I've actually talked to the person who does the hurt feeling report because he was in the Air Force and I was in the Marines, and we have different verbiage. Anywho, this program is brought to you by you, the viewer, because this is full of your comments on my videos, and some of them were good and some of them were bad. But we're gonna knock out the good stuff, and we'll talk about the bad stuff, and yeah, let the cry fest begin. Okay, so this is broken down by video. I'll probably put something up here, like which video it was part of, just so you guys have a reference to go back to. The first one was the Prepper Talk dash AI dangers, and that's where this comment comes from. It's like, hey, I'm not able to listen to your chats live, but enjoy listening later. RE AI, my husband loves Chat GPT. Me, I'm still a little skeptical. I hear they sometimes make stuff up and hallucinate. Anyway, thanks for your channel and keep those McDonald's drive-through people in line. Yeah, this actually talks it kind of goes towards the artificial intelligence being brought into the fast food industry and taking our orders and screwing them all up. I actually went through a Taco Bell in Norfolk 2 days ago, and it was absolutely awful. And the people that were working behind at the drive-through window seemed to be losing their mind. So AI, not a good thing these days. Now, the next one is dealing with YouTube haters is the title of the video. Um, Bradley, a friend of mine, actually says, evil comments. You want evil comments? Well, here you are, buddy. You deserve good things. Boom, there you go. Okay. Or maybe you should start wearing your Walmart gear so they know you're just selling doom and gloom. Have a good one, buddy. Hope this was evil enough to make the next one. Yeah, yeah, evil enough, Bradley. Evil enough. No, I do not work at Walmart. Never have, never will. Just buy a lot of stuff from there. If you're a member, you know the no. Also from the same video, Pilgrim comments. Let's see. Hey, LP, your work is appreciated. Don't let the haters get to you, bro. Or even negative activity helps push you into the algorithm. Cha. Okay. Yes, Pilgrim, appreciate you, bro. Yeah, the haters are out there. The haters are out there. I'm not sure why, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It's kind of weird. I used to get like comments that are held by YouTube. I used to get a lot of those. Now I don't get very many of them at all. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. We got Thomas Lano, 1910. Keep up the good word, ignore the haters. People who have lived through bad situations understand. Common sense preparedness is a very wise thing to do. People who believe that the government is going to come to their aid immediately and take care of their needs will be shockingly disappointed. Thank you for your thoughts slash videos. You're very welcome, Thomas. Yeah, the government is not the government is not our friends. You know, I say it during every live stream. Put a one in the chat if you love your country, but not your government, because you know the government was never designed to be this run to everybody's aid thing. You know what I'm saying? If you just read any of the Federalist Papers, if you read the Constitution, if you read the Bill of Rights, if you read any of the amendments, the government was never supposed to be this catch-all, do-all thing that came in and changed your Pampers and put dust on your butt so you didn't get a little rubby red marks. It's not what the government was for. It's not what the government is. It's what people expect from the government since the lefties kind of screwed it all up. They kind of screwed it all up. Let's see here. I've got let's see. So I've got kind of a mean one here. I honestly think that the whole situation has been squashed, but it was like the meanest comment of the week. So everything it's all downhill from here on this video. So this one came from the title of this was I was just on the 0 Hour podcast. And another YouTuber. someone said, I've seen someone rebroadcast someone else's live stream. Share the live stream, yes, but rebroadcast? I'm sorry, it says I've never seen someone rebroadcast. And I go to, yes, I got permission. You did some tech stuff and I was able to rebroadcast the 0 hour podcast that I was on with full permission, written and everything. Um, and just, then the response was, Local Prepper, when you ask someone if you can share the stream you were a guest on, this isn't what that means. It means sharing and promoting the channel that was nice enough to bring you on. It's a copyright infringement at best, and it's just not cool. But hey, you showed them more than doubled the host views. Great job. And which was actually kind of the focus, the intention. Well, it's actually uh the podcast was hosted on a channel that was much smaller than mine. Well, we'll just say smaller than mine. Okay. I'm not looking for thumbs up or likes. Those are nice to haves. Those are great when they happens. I've been going at this since 2021. So it's not like, yeah, I don't need to be on things like that, but I do it because people have started to know my name in the preparedness community. And it's picking up traction. And if I can take a handful of these people with me, then I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? They're out there doing the good deed. I know what it means to trudge along for years on end, grinding away for one or two subscribers a week. Not a joke. And these people are just starting to feel that. So if I can bring them up with me as I go, then hey, more power to them. And if you don't like the way I do things, you know where the unsubscribe button is. And that's all I'll say on that. And then let's see, there was also a comment on it. As far as meds go, and this was in reference to, we were talking about a lot of different things during that podcast. But as far as meds go, I take thyroid and have been cutting back on my pills 2 days a week, putting them away. I have done this for 5 years. My numbers on my thyroid are good, so no problem there. I just started on a new drug for me for inflammation. Broke the pills in half and still got great results. So I put the other half away for a time of need. Yeah, people are starting to we were talking about medical care and how the jobs market is not going to look super great in the next month or so, and that losing your job actually equals not having medical care. I went through the same thing with my girlfriend, where she had an excellent job, making excellent money, had like one of those the gold plated platinum, policies where pretty much they paid for everything. And that all went away when she could no longer work because of the cancer. Um, and so, we had to like find other ways of making sure things get paid for. And people don't understand that when you lose your job, you lose that health insurance. And that's what we were talking about. And Deanna, I'm sorry, DIA and Diana. Diana was making reference to the fact that she has actually been like self-regulating her pills that she needs. She has a thyroid disorder that she needs to survive. Okay, because we're talking about medications. Like if you don't take them, then it's at a certain point you kind of get unalived. And so what she's talking about is the holding back certain pills. Now, you know your own body, you know what you can do, and she obviously has a plan and it is working for her. I can't say like go and self-regulate your medication. That's not what I'm saying. But I think when you're on medication for a long period of time, you understand what you can get away with. And I'm starting to see that with a girlfriend these days too. So good for you. Good for you, Diana. Go ahead. The next one was what's up with longtime viewers? I know you're not getting beaten by the numbers. I think this was I don't think this was a video. I think that this was a post. If you guys didn't know that, you can actually like developers can actually put out posts, almost like a chat kind of, but people can comment on it. And this came from Ladybird Speaks, excellent channel. Go find her, all one word, Ladybird Speaks. She's got a great channel. She says, "Yep, just take it as you've taught us well. We have listened. We're out actively prepping and not much time for watching videos. Plus, YouTube doesn't recommend your channel on my feed very often. They don't send any notifications, even though we have basically she has all the bells turned on. YouTube doesn't care about us past views. They want the newbies. We are the old news." She laughs. Said, "But honestly, I've been getting ready and trying to limit my time online." I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, it was a post that I'd made. Like, it was kind of weird. I was looking at I was looking at the analytics that YouTube provides for developers, and it was just this weird thing where like almost all my views were coming from new people and not from old people. And it was like the line was doing this. And so it was kind of weird. So I put that post out there just to see what I could drum up to see what was going on with the older followers. And YouTube has not been showing my videos to people. And it's not a big boohoo situation. It's the algorithm. It's the way it works. That's the way it's gonna be. But yeah, I guess I just need to make better stuff. Okay, so the next one comes from a video I made called Water Drop Filtration for Survival on a Budget. Now, the Rose says, "Sorry, but typical male for those that read instructions. You guys are such a joke, never fails. If all fails, then read the instructions." Wait a minute. I threw them away. Yeah, I know. Some things are very intuitive that you actually don't need the instructions, and some things are so intuitive these days that instructions aren't even provided. So Rose, meh. Rose is a good friend and follower of the channel, so it's all in good fun. Let's see here. The next one was unscheduled live stream, AI problems. This one we actually got kind of deep into artificial intelligence and the way it's affecting the world. The Rural Report, which is another friend of mine, he also has a YouTube channel. Go on over there, the Rural Report, or also to Rural to IC. Is AI is definitely an interesting topic. As a tool, it can be used for good or bad, but when the tool can use itself, question mark, the real question. Yeah, artificial intelligence is just scary for humans because it's already outpacing us. I use artificial intelligence every day to do lots and lots of research for the videos, to analyze things. So it's a great tool if you know how to use it. But it's also kind of scary because often hear about the reports about the robot who broke the chess player's hand. The artificial intelligence that was rewriting itself. That I mean, there's a lot of basically jailbroken AI programs that people use that can do some really scary stuff. Some really scary stuff. All right, let's see here. One of the members' videos, current events from August 24th. Fishing guy or Alan, as his friends know him, fishing guy. Where I am, there are protests in multiple places every weekend now. I don't go into the city unless I am working. He's referencing these paid protesters that are popping up all over the place. I hate to say it, but the paid protesters, they're just not as dangerous as the unpaid protesters because like they want to get their money. They don't want to do this. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They almost act like, legal gun owners where they do the things that they're supposed to do and they don't break the law. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. But the legal protesters, they're not blocking streets. They're not getting in brawls. They're not doing anything, but they are very organized and kind of scary and kind of scary. Let's see here. There's another video here. No, it was a post. It was a post, and it actually got a lot of people's attention. The title of the post was, "I often wonder when I should stop building my preps. When is it enough for you?" As you can see, I've started to. If you didn't know this, I've started to organize all my preps. Yay! This whole thing goes like all the way down there. In just in this room alone, I um I found so many preps, it wasn't even funny. Different bags, different boxes. And now it's just getting all reorganized. Two giant shelves behind me. The live streams, you guys will be able to see it. But with that question, Pilgrim says there's only so much space in our homes, and money will fill it. We practice skills and knowledge are what I'm focusing on. Of course, a community is everything. I can't leave that out. Yeah. So Pilgrim's focus is like, okay, I've already filled my house. Now I need to work on my skills, which is great, which is great. But I did like both, and now I'm kind of like going backwards into, or should I say, I'm doing a U-turn. I'm coming back around. We're gonna come back to that. Um, by reorganizing my preps that basically I have 27 of everything. It's kind of weird. Um, Rose also posts being raised on a farm originally, and even after we left the farm, mom canned. No matter where we lived, mom always had canned produce on the shelves in the basements, and in one was a dark dump damp basement that scared me as a child. We always had a large chest freezer filled with meat and fruits or vegetables not canned. So, for the most part, we had enough food for a family of 9 to 11 to last for 6 months to a year. Wow, that's old school right there, Rose. I remember when mom bought flour, it was 50 pounds because she generally baked as well. So she went through that flour. Let's see here. We have been watching a number of homesteaders and look at their gardens, and I wonder how we lived with so much less than they are consuming. I guess the portion side has increased in the past 40 years. Very true. It's very true. Portion sizes are crazy. I catch myself all the time, like, don't eat all of this. It's like I make a plate and it's like, wow. Um, she continues, says, I feel it is important to continue and either can or slash dehydrate slash freeze dry or produce what you need to have for more than 3 to 6 months. I have the knowledge and equipment supplies to provide as best you can if disaster would happen. And there's another paragraph there. There's another whole paragraph there. But you've monopolized enough time. Yeah, but Rose kind of points out that there's a lot of fine points to that, to what she's just posted or what she stated. Things were different back then, whichever date that is. People did get by with less just fine. Portion sizes are ginormous now compared to what they used to be. And resources were less than they are now. So maximize your resources, smaller portions, and can everything. Can freeze, freeze dry, everything. Just do it. Also, guys, if you notice the camera has a kind of a funny look to it, I'm trying to use this camera. I like the idea of using this camera, but the color saturation is kind of weird. So let me know in the comments what you think about the use of this particular camera. All right, let's see here. We got the old man prepper on the same subject. Personally, I consider what I do as daily living, stockpiling supplies, living off those supplies, and restocking as needed. Taking care of livestock, tending to the garden, putting away what we can, planning on doing better next year for all the above. Just plain simple living while watching the outside world's gasp its last breath on every newscast or horrors and shakings of heads in the masses. Just simple living, not planning on ever being enough to quit. Oh, fingers. When we are gone, the kids have lived the same lifestyle and will hopefully continue our way. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you've taught your kids properly, I've got 6 kids, and I think 3 of them are living the way they were taught to live. And the others, oh well, they've decided to do what they're going to do, and no judgments, no judgments. I love all my children. Um, but yeah, as a prepper, and it's sometimes it's difficult to do because you kind of move into that you got prepper, you got homesteader, and then you've got the prepsteader. Um, and basically the prepper is mostly like rotating cans, living off of their preps, and then adding to from a lot of preppers don't have like gardens. You know what I'm saying? They're Western preppers. They kind of like live off of what they've gathered, what they've acquired. So um, but yeah, there is that gap in there between the prepper and the homesteader, which is the prepsteader, and I know a lot of people use that term as well. Everybody loves to be put in boxes. I don't know why. Let's see here. Then where are we at here? I interviewed Mike Tango Whiskey, and real nice guy. And the title of the video was "What Secrets Do 68 percenters?" That's kind of like his niche, know that you don't. Now, it's Donnie says, "Great vids from a fresh perspective." Yeah, Mike is on cue. Here's he's a bathroom reader for you. Or no, here's a bathroom reader for you. I found a book called How to Fight a Bear and Win, plus 72 other survival tips we hope you'll never use, written by the Bathroom Readers Institute. It's amazing what we find when we look. It's really that easy. It's like if sometimes you're actively looking for something that you never find, and then you stumble across when you're like, "Oh, I really like that. That's a great idea." Um, but that was a great interview with Mike, and the 68 percenters idea. Let's see. Let's drink a little coffee. Let's drink a little coffee. What are we? We're doing this for 21 minutes. We're trying to make these videos a little longer. The algorithm actually likes them, and I think that most people like them as well. So we'll try to get to half an hour. We'll try to get to half an hour. And then I also did a video last week titled "Top Prepper Types Revealed. Which one are you?" Like I said, everybody kind of like they kind of fall into a box. I don't know why people like that, but you know, the wandering prepper, who is actually another YouTuber, he says the type of preppers and their perspective reality shows. So basically, he's equating with, oh man, my nose really itches. The type of prepper that you've been, like the box you live in, and the type of TV shows that you watch. And so you've got the Doomsday Prepper, which obviously they watch Doomsday Preppers. Then you've got the Homestead Prepper, and they watch Survivor. And let's see here, the Community Prepper watches Outlast. I'm sorry, Outlast. Maybe I need another drink. Outlast, which I've actually, yeah, I think I've heard of that one. Uh, the Wilderness Prepper, they watch Alone. The Urban Prepper watches The Colony. The Minimalist Prepper watches Naked and Afraid. And the Lone Wolf Prepper watches Dude, You're Screwed. I never heard of that one. I might have to watch that one. And then the Armchair Prepper watches Man versus Wild. Solid list, Wandering Prepper. Loved your comment. Feel free to do so in the future. Um, I also did another video on emergency preparedness, organization versus chaos. I had this epiphany that a lot of my stuff, I went looking for a bunch of stuff to build I'm transitioning from a bug out bag to a get home bag, and to basically build this. It's not like I don't have the supplies, guys. It's not like I don't. I wish I could move the camera a little bit more, but it's like way over there. Um, but it's not like I don't have supplies. So I went looking for supplies, and I was like, wow, I really have a lot of this stuff in a lot of different places. And so the video was about um, like getting organized. Like maybe it's time for you to reorganize your preps, or like, are you so organized that like you don't ever have to? I don't know. I was just trying to create this environment of, you know, do you know where everything is? Is it accessible? Does everybody else know where things are? You know what I'm saying? And there was a point where I couldn't do that anymore. And so I decided to reorganize. I bought the shelves. I got the little containers. I think everything's backwards on this damn thing. The containers, labeled everything. You know what I'm saying? The girlfriend's like, You really need to get a label maker. You should type this." I said, "No, that's stupid. Just scribble it on there. We'll use painter's tape. If I don't like it, I can just rip it off and throw it away and make it a bin for something else." But with that said, Creative Redundancy commented, another YouTube channel. Guys, make sure you guys go follow them. Hello, LP. Yes, it really helps, especially when it's needed and the chips are down. Now is the time while it's easier. Doing a little more today can dramatically save time and effort later. Pretty sure most people dislike looking for something for 20 minutes. They know that they have someplace else. That's about right. That's about right. Let's see here. And it looks like the last video or the last I did so I really tried to fight myself back. Every single time I made a video called Gun. It's just titled Gun. And every time we have some kind of crazy mass shooting and there's all sorts of controversy around it. Were they this? Were they that? Was it a he? Was it a she? What color were they? Was it an AR? Something, something, something. I just reproduced the video and put it out there. It never gains traction. It never gets any real views. And so with the whole shooting that happened there in Minnesota last week, I did a video and I kind of changed it a little bit. Um, and I got this really, really odd comment. And well, the focus of the video is this is a mental disorder issue. This phone this phone never called anybody that I didn't want it to call, that I didn't physically have to touch. This microphone, it didn't work until I pushed a button and made it work. Okay? Firearms are exactly the same. Exactly the same. And uh, there's so many of them in the United States. I want to say it's over what is it? Over 300 million by now. I think it was like 293 2 years ago. But it's over 300 million firearms in the United States. You're never going to get them back. People are not going to give them up, no matter how hard you try, or no matter how many times you Chuck Schumer the crap out of stuff. Rah, about nothing, right? About like, I know this is going nowhere, but I want to look angry so I can try to get wah. And so I made a very simple video, very common sense video. If you want to go check it out, it's in my repertoire. It's in my list of videos. But the title of the video was Surprising Survival Facts You Never Knew. And so I got this comment from Jay Hill, and it says, "Funny how Australia banned the guns and mass shootings dropped immensely." Now, I did comment back, but I wanted to bring up this comment because I got no response once I replied, because common sense pretty much kicked in. A lot of people don't know what actually happened in Australia. It wasn't a ban. They actually talked the people into giving up their guns. It was a buyback program. First of all, you can't buy back something that you didn't pay them for. It was basically, you give us your guns and we'll give you some money. That was their thing. And so the Australians bought into it. They gave up all their firearms. Yes, I know there are some places where you can still have firearms in Australia. But let's just say that we're talking about one percenters are the people who can have firearms in Australia. Anyway, so after that happened, it's funny how Australia banned the guns and mass shooting dropped immensely. Well, first and foremost, there weren't really a lot of mass shootings in Australia. That's not really how they do things there. They prefer to do things with their hands, if you didn't know that. Um, the second thing that happened is that physical assault and knife injuries went through the roof. So when you have bad people or mentally ill people, where there's a will, there's a way. And you might want to go and look at those statistics before you start typing stuff you have no idea, or we'll just say very little understanding about. Okay, so we're about to hit the 30-minute mark. Super awesome, guys. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. Do me a favor, let me know in the comments what you think about the Butthurt report. And yeah, that's going to be about it. There's going to be some stuff that's going to pop up. I want to say it's going to pop up like right here. but everything is backwards. Normally everything is backwards right here, someplace. And as usual, stay safe. Have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye.